Welcome into NFL Afters for week number 15. My name is Laurie Horesh. My brain is officially pudding and mashed potato at this point of the season.
You love mashed potato. I've been to Laurie multiple times at the pub, and the man orders extra. You put your phone on silent, mate.
I'm sorry, that was an alert that my mashed potato's on its way.
Laurie twice. I've been with him out twice, and he's ordered extra mashed potato.
Yeah, well,
like steak, you get mashed potato and veg, or chips and salad. This man gets steak and mashed potato and mashed potato.
But you know what? I had a pub lunch with my old man the other day, and I went to. I'm like, "What do you want, Dad?" "Oh yeah, burger." He's like, "Can you replace the chips?" I'm like, "What with?" Mashed potato. So it's not my fault.
No,
it's hereditary.
It's not your fault.
What?
Robin Williams, School of Hunting. Hey, it's not your fault.
Not the first time that quote's come up in our show.
It isn't,
which is mildly concerning.
You're
but on the
Matt
other
Damon of
on the
NFL
other,
Afters. I'm the Robin Williams.
On the other side of the mashed potato half of this podcast, I present Jimmy.
Oh yeah. Good morning, NFL Afters.
Oh, it's going off the rails today. Welcome in, everybody. Week 15, hell of a slate of football.
Some great,
like a half dozen absolute bangers on paper and delivered across the board.
You know what goes with bangers? Mash.
God, we need a potato sponsorship at this point.
Yeah.
But before we get that, this is NFL Afters brought to you by our friends at PointsBet. And pointy end of the season, business end of the season. We're after Thanksgiving now, Jimmy. I'm not sure if you know. So all the cliches do come out. But a hell of a week of football. Wasn't culminated in the finest Monday Night Football game that I think we've ever seen.
No.
The Pittsburgh Steelers running away with that one against the Dolphins that can put their Q in the rack.
Officially eliminated.
Eliminated. But a week where a number of quarterbacks stood up and perhaps put up career best performances. When you think of Bo Nix, when you think of Caleb Williams.
Khalid Williams.
Who, I loved a little the cockiness coming from Caleb Williams when they asked if his ridiculous touchdown pass to DJ Moore that split about 3 defensive backs somehow fit in the back of the end zone.
Did you say you love cockiness? Did you love old number 9 doing his little gritty as he ran in and scored
a
touchdown?
We'll get to the 9 award in a minute. Calm down, JJ. But Caleb Williams, when asked whether that was a ill-advised throw, fading all the way to the right sideline, skimming it through 3 defenders and finding DJ Moore in the back, said, "No, I can make all the throws, man. It's not a throw I can't make." That I'm here for it. I'm here.
You
for
like
it? Yeah. I'm a Caleb Williams defender.
Brainwashed by Matty from Melbourne in his beers.
I've been a Caleb Williams believer.
The beers are great again.
Everyone wanted to poke fun about the sacks he took in year 1 in that ridiculous system and the painted fingernails. I stand by the talent. Stand by the confidence.
We're talking about some great quarterback performances in great games. Should we talk about the end of a great quarterback, at least for now?
Yeah.
Patty Mahomes, Chargers 16, Chiefs 13. Anybody got any of them ACLs? Did his LCL as well?
Yeah, which
makes me hungry because I think of those. Remember those
LCMs?
LCMs at school. Do you remember them?
They were the rice bubble ones.
Rice bubble one, yeah.
Was the Cocoa Pop one an LCM as well? Is that different?
No, I think there was different flavors.
Different flavors.
It's been a long time, but I remember there was one I think it was rice bubbles with was it M&Ms or chocolate on or something?
Just off the top of your bat, just cold rip, no prep, number 1 cereal.
Cereal?
Yeah, from childhood. I don't care that you enjoy, Garmin's whole food granola with a sprinkle of craisin berry,
gluten free. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Crunchy
Nut.
You fell for the advertising. Yeah, fortified.
Yeah,
fortified irons.
I only found that the other day. As a kid, Weet-Bix, I used to have them with hot water on them and sugar. Yeah, apparently I didn't know this wasn't a thing.
What in the Queensland nonsense is that?
So my adult friends, we were talking about this the other day at the pub, and they were like, "No, Weet-Bix were just a bit of honey maybe, but in milk."
Yes, milk
as crunchy
cold
things.
Milk.
So so I would have you put the Weet-Bix in, you put sugar on them.
That's fine. Brown sugar was prominent in our house.
And then you would pour hot water on the Weet-Bix to make them smushy. Not to fill up the whole bowl, just so the Weet-Bix would absorb it. Yeah. And then you would pour in cold milk.
Oh, so there was cold milk.
Yeah.
You were just doing a pre-softening.
Yeah.
Pause. This pause is brought to you by Weet-Bix.
Aussie kids. Weet-Bix kids.
Hot water. I don't know where to start with that. I'm trying to think what environmental factors
I have
up
no
in
idea.
Gundawindi.
Well, I called Mum afterwards, and Mum was like, "I did that. My parents did it." So it was like, I don't know.
Did anybody else around you do it, or is it just
think.
a?
Well, we weren't allowed fun cereals. So when I went to other
Mm.
people's houses, I had like your Cocoa Pops or your Fruit Loops or whatever. But in our household, it was Nutri-Grain or Wheat Bix. So
Yeah.
given the choice between the two,
Ours was,
I do love Crunch It, but I didn't grow up with them. They were too sugary.
Yeah, ours was mostly Wheat Bix. There was a bit of Nutri-Grain going, well, gains. When there was Crunchy Nut, the problem was it was done in a day.
Yeah.
Like I've got a lot of siblings. I've got 6 siblings split over a couple of houses, but at any
Parents
given
are busy.
at any given time, there's 5 kids in a house. So, you put something as tasty as a Crunchy Nut down and it's got one breakfast in it and then it is gone.
Well, that's probably why I didn't get any of them, and I'm only child. Been putting away a whole. Mum had
Don't worry, Charlie.
Sultana brand or Sustain, maybe.
Oh,
Sustain, I think it was.
There was some Sustain acolytes out there. We had some in our household, never for me.
Because I'd be like, I made a Nutri-Grain, and Mum goes, "You can have some of my Sustain."
No.
I'm like, you'll be regular.
Tell you what, there's a lot of Special K doing the rounds back then too.
Yeah,
strong advertising campaign, a lot of all brand.
Yeah,
leave it.
Anyway, Chargers 16, Chiefs 13. The end of a dynasty.
How on earth did we get there?
I don't know.
Yeah, look, it is the end of this chapter of a dynasty. Everyone's drawing the comparisons. I heard it whispered around the ESPN Sydney office. So you see the Brady Mahomes comparisons: 3 Super Bowls, 9 seasons,
ACL.
9th season, ACL gone.
They're playing the same team, weren't they? Or did I make that up? Who cares? Put it in there.
Yeah, leave it in. To quote Stephon Diggs, leave it in. Whoa. So, look, Mahomes torn ACL, LCL. Look, it's a 9-month turnaround time.
The MCLs and then
that's
LCMs.
how you got there.
Anyway, sorry.
They're one of the all-time divergent trips that you took us on there. But look, 9 months, the Mahomes clock is already counting, right? We're counting down to week 1. That's what everybody will be looking at.
Yeah, but I saw Scheffner, the American Laurie.
Sure, he'd appreciate that.
He said typical recovery for this injury is about 9 months, which would put us at about September 15th, putting Patrick Mahomes up against the start of the 2026 season. Because I saw people say he'd miss next season. I'm like, that math ain't mathing.
No, that's not. Yeah. No. There's a lot of interesting Twitter doctors out there, and some of them are, believe it or not real doctors. So look, that's the clock is racing for Patrick Mahomes. I think we all felt that this had slipped away from them. They were not going to contend for a Super Bowl. Look, Chiefs fans, if you want upside to look at and believe in, it's the surgery's already happened.
Yes,
it's deemed successful.
They
so that's done. The timeline is to be back for most of the next season. There is talent on that roster, but this does give you a natural reboot, retool time. I believe. Look, I think we all expect this will be it for Travis Kelce, and that he won't be back next season. So it's going to be a new look offense. It gives your draft pick is going to be better than you expected, depending how the next 3 or so weeks go. I mean, you could be looking at a fringe top 10 pick, which is something you haven't experienced in quite some time. So, look, there are positives from a really negative situation, but we will see what we get from Patrick Mahomes. His arm is as alive as it ever was. He was plenty mobile this season. I don't think he's lost mobility, despite the fact that, he's no longer 23. He's, quarterbacks get to this 30, around the age of 30 part of their career. But look, it's going to be a road back. There'll be plenty of attention paid. There'll be all sorts of hype pictures and videos and slow-mo videos of his first steps and his first spirals, and he's out on the sideline and resistance cords. All that is coming. Look, it's tough to see, but the timeline, if this is to happen, it didn't happen. This isn't a Carson Wentz situation. Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to bring it.
Thanks.
You want a Super Bowl? What am I saying sorry for? But this isn't. They weren't on the precipice.
We traded it for a Super Bowl.
They weren't on the precipice of a 4th Lombardi. This season had gone. It's a season from hell for them. So many things did go wrong. The injury stacked up in so many different spots. This is huge, but he has every chance to work his way back to be ready for the early part of the season, have a full campaign next year. And it's on the Chiefs now to go and shore up. Look, they've invested in the offensive line. You got to shore it up. You need health.
Did you say Shadua it up?
We'll get to Shadua. And look, that receiving core, I think that offense, inject some substance into this. The getting cute with the Kareem Hunting of it all. The Xavier Worthy picks, the different speed weapons that you've thrown out there that perhaps lack the nuance of receiver. I think we need real receivers out there. They need to rebuild, and knowing that next season they have every chance to compete. But Patrick Mahomes, I don't think we can expect him to put it all on his back, scramble around like a lunatic, fresh off an ACL and LCL and LCM. Rice bubble tear.
Mm.
But yeah, Jimmy, I mean, it's
Look,
a weird one. The other stat is that this is the first time, I think, since it's the first time in like 27 years. 27, 28 years, almost 3 decades that we haven't had Manning, Brady, or Mahomes in the playoffs.
Or Michael Penix, the big four.
The big four. Or Tim Tebow.
Yeah. No, look, I agree with everything you said. I expect him to do everything right and be back from that start of next season, as the American Laurie said. And yeah, probably look, I think maybe it's that thing as well. Like you move to an older part of your career where you don't need to make some of those crazy plays with your feet as much, because you can still make some of those insane throws in and around the pocket. But look, I was inspired by you last week. You gave me 2 quarterbacks without knowing who was who. And you asked me to pick. And so I was inspired by that. So I did a bit of research this week. So I've got 2 for you. So these are 2 quarterbacks. I won't tell you who they are till we're picked. These are through their first 3 career starts. All right, quarterback number 1.
Yep.
You have 543 passing yards. You have 2 touchdowns.
Not a lot.
You have 3 interceptions. And you have a 72.4 passer rating.
Yep.
Then you got quarterback number 2.
Yeah.
They have 723 passing yards.
Yes.
They have 5 touchdowns.
More of them.
And they have 2 interceptions.
That's less of the other one.
And that's 92.8 passer rating.
That's better than 72.4.
It is.
That's fast math.
Now you're going to do it.
Reading.
You're going to do what I did last year, because obviously quarterback number 2 has a better stats. But I knew last week you were trying to trick me, so I went for quarterback number 1.
Yes. Can I ask, is either one of these quarterbacks currently in their first 3 starts?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe is it his 4th start now?
Okay.
Oh, that might have given it away.
Yeah. And you know what? That should have allowed me to come up with the answer, and yet it hasn't, because my brain is
So it's
spinning.
not someone who has played the whole season. It's only someone who's come in towards the end. We actually just mentioned him only a few moments ago.
Yeah, I figured one of these is Shedeur Sanders.
Correct.
I'm going to go with Shedeur as the one with 3 interceptions, 2 touchdowns.
No.
Is he the other side of it?
That one is Tom Brady.
Ah, very good.
The GOAT.
I knew the yards looked like Shedeur because he has thrown it about a bit. Some deep completions to Isaiah Bond seems to be emerging as a favorite target, especially if Jerry Jeudy keeps turning really nicely, placed back shoulder passes into interceptions for the defense.
So
interesting. 7-2-3, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 92. Look, there's a lot of promise there with Shedeur. Just keep it rolling.
They've announced he's going to finish the end of the season, starting quarterback. So
give him a run at it.
We are going to mention the Browns a little bit later, but I thought we'll stay with the Patriots. And they lost to the Bills. 35 Bills, Patriots 31.
Had quite the lead too. 21-point lead.
21 points.
Not the first time we've seen that lead overturned this season.
Yeah.
Travion Henderson with some massive, huge explosive plays.
And every fantasy league I had him in, I didn't start him.
Ooh. It's tough.
I've had some tough losses, though. I won, I'll mention a little later, I won one of my playoff matches purely because of Kyle Pitts.
I mean, if you ran into Kyle Pitts this week in the fantasy playoffs.
I did a message the guy I played to be like, I am so sorry. But yeah, Bills, Patriots. What were your thoughts? I mean, everyone was talking about how good the Patriots were, and you can't be the best till you beat the best.
Yeah, but
I think the Bills still...
Here's the thing about Josh Allen, is what I said. He's a football force of nature.
Yeah.
And if he's going to will that thing across the line, there is no one in the game that is doing that can do it with that kind of overwhelming run, pass, physical dominance, creativity. Just he ticks so many boxes and then throw the box away. So outside the box, the plays that he can conjure.
Well, speaking of, he's about to be a father. So congratulations.
Congratulations. Absolutely.
A big week for Josh.
A very, very frosty looking video there.
Yeah. Little baby snowman.
Just let's make sure everybody's being kept safe and warm over there in Buffalo. But look, he is the I don't want to say inevitability because we save an undeniability because we save those overly verbose words for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. Who did it again. I mean, they lost, but he was still dominant.
We'll get to you, Josh. We love you. But the ability to maintain composed and instill belief in the team around you, and performance from James Cook, and having flash moments and big moments from his receiving targets, which don't always get the headlines, but being able to maintain that level of belief is something that teams wish for, pray for, and when you talk about the culture in the locker room, the belief we have in the locker room, that's a guy that instills belief. Really, when it comes down to it, a lot of culture and belief stems from, hey, we've got an absolute superpower at quarterback. And
that Hard Knocks season, this one with the Bills, I'm like, I love the guy.
Yeah,
he's very, very likable.
Very likable dude. Yeah. And also can't all be the Patriots' fault. 31 points allowed. A bit of this loss sits on your shoulders because you put a little bit of a marker on Drake May, who broke his streak of 250 plus yards.
It'll come up a little later, and we've got history.
Yeah, he only missed it by nearly 100. Yeah.
He rushed for too early. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop using your legs. Throw the ball.
I have to bully Laurie about this in a couple of days.
And then Laurie texted me and I replied, and I was like, I'm not super mad that I put the curse on Drake for now. They were doing so well with this young quarterback. And I'm like, but speaking of that, AFC East.
Yes.
Patriots sitting 11-3. Bills are 10-4.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? Who finishes top there? I can go through their remaining games if you want them.
Go for it. Line it up.
So Bills have got Browns next.
Win.
And potentially the celebration of Myles Garrett.
Yes.
They've got the Eagles.
I'm tipping the Bills in that one.
And they've got the Jets. So they could win out, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go Patriots.
Yep.
Ravens.
Win.
Yep. Jets.
Win.
And Dolphins.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for the Bills to mow that down.
Yeah. If they win out, they've already got the one game lead. So
the Ravens were the only team that played professional football this weekend. What the Jets and the Dolphins put up was...
Yeah, it was. I didn't watch the rest of the game. Laurie really tried for the Steelers.
I believe in being sincere. Yeah. I believe.
I don't. I knowing what you without watching anything.
I believe that as much as you joke around and have fun, there should be substance behind what you see. The only substance I need right now is eye cleanser for what I watched.
I think I say a beer.
That too. So yes, I think. Look, I think the Patriots will hold on to that spot, but I mean, it looks like, and we're going to touch on them a little later. It looks like the AFC is going to be running through mile high. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. So, all right, let's go to a new award. Shouting out to, I think it was Josh in Sydney last week. The Nine Award for worst quarterback of the week.
Yes.
I did message Laurie earlier, and I did try to give it to Dak Prescott.
Leave Dak alone.
But that was only because they lost to the Vikings. He didn't have a terrible game. It was more of a joke. He threw for 294 yards.
And
he looks like, look,
it's a wasted good season.
Tell me what, I can't understand why they lost, because they look like they're having so much fun. I'm watching that new Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
They look like, and he's, I don't know, he just looks joyful.
He is.
And then they lose the Vikings.
He's dancing. He's been dancing since Shoddy got the job. Shoddy's his guy.
And he's been great, by the way.
But the vibes are good. The details and the execution is lacking consistency. Why they lost, because they, despite the investment, the run defense is occasionally splashy but not consistent. The pass defense is an absolute abomination. This team, Jerry Jones came out with quotes after the game. We built this team to be in the playoffs. No, you didn't. The run defense and the Jerry, like your pass rush and your run defense was invested in expensively on the fly with medium results, a good couple of week purple patch, but inconsistency. And your secondary is not professional. So when a team like they didn't even, 9. JJ McCarthy,
gritty. What did I say? Giddy. Josh Giddy. Gritty.
Grittying into the end zone, but 9 and Justin Jefferson have all the chemistry of a bloody piece of paper and a fucking large potato. Why am I talking about potatoes again?
I think you're going to say paper and scissors.
No.
There's no chemistry there.
Well,
no, because there's
combative
scissors.
nature.
Yeah, okay. No.
They've got history.
Yeah.
But there's no, and then it's not all on JJ McCarthy. He missed some wide open throws. He also put one, on the hands for Justin Jefferson in the end zone, and he spilt it. I still think
he caught one, and then they had the flag on the play as well.
I also think he's a one-speed thrower, and he just fires those flat darts in all circumstances and lacks touch. But the Cowboys couldn't contain anything, and the Vikings dictated terms for huge chunks of this game. Cowboy season comes to an end, but they are not. That is not where the winner of the 9 goes.
No, I think we're on the same page for this.
Yes.
Would you like to announce the winner of the 9 award for worst quarterback?
Inaugural 9 award goes to Tua Tagovailoa. It's just...
This one's yours, Tua.
Do I need to say anything? I can. I watched it. It hurt.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid if you were banking on, a Jalen Waddle day in the fantasy playoffs at this point. Darren Waller had some junky touchdowns at the end.
I know,
Your
which
leading
ruined one of my
receiver.
fantasy leagues. I was like,
It's all right,
Darren Waller, I'll be fine.
It's fine. You had 11 in backup anyway. Devon Achane, is your leading receiver, but I mean, Tua, it wasn't great. There's some stat padding going on at the end, but the way that offense ran through the game,
one of those throws, he underthrew Waddle, and it was just awful.
His lack of mobility, taking 4 sacks, it's just. Yeah, Tua deservingly the winner.
Tua, you got the 9 this week.
That is all.
I'm so sorry, bud.
For you, Tua, but it feels like it's an appropriate way for us to
move on to some hot mics.
Cold
quarterback play into some hot takes.
The Macca's hot mic, our friends at Macca's bringing this one on board, and the calls come from everywhere. We love to put our fans forward, but first up though.
Can I just quickly say, look at what Macca's are doing. This is in Thailand.
Yeah.
And they're called party fries. It's only available in Thailand. And look at the size of it. It's like this.
Oh my God.
What would you say? Like a
football.
A football size.
You could do the Heisman pose with that thing.
And you hold it in your arm.
5 points of contact.
Yeah. I want that. Can we get that in Australia?
Fries points of contact.
Okay.
There we go.
Anyway.
Yeah, can we get that down here?
But a celebrity for the first hot take.
We do have a celebrity for the first hot take as I scroll seamlessly for the audio.
I believe he's from Cincinnati now, but for how much longer?
Yeah, who knows? Because it all depends how much fun he's having.
Yeah.
And whether there's a smile on each style, and I don't blame him for it. But yes, this one comes from Joseph from Cincinnati.
Favorite Pokemon over the years? Is there a guy that you like particularly?
I mean, I liked Blaziken for a little bit. Zapdos, Mewtwo.
Joe Burrow, favorite Pokemon.
That's how bad things are at the Bengals right now, is that to cheer him up. They're like, hey, bud. Hey, is this what you do with your son? Charlie, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I saw George Kittle was ripping open like $3,000 packs of Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
I suppose that's what that's what this generation of sports stars can do with the money. It's like, what better things to do than try and reclaim some of my youth and open nearly 30-year-old packs of Pokemon cards that cost most people's rent. Okay, so he likes Blaziken, Zapdos, Mewtwo.
Yeah.
It's a little new generation there for me with Blaziken. That's past when, my Pokemon loving.
Yeah, I will only accept the first 150/151.
Yes.
I'll accept Mew into that.
Yes. I think, I played up to the 250.
I played that as well. Yeah, I did.
But for me, it resides with the 151. And that's what my choice is.
It was blue and red, and then when yellow came in, you had the little Pikachu that followed you
which
around.
was great.
Yeah.
And then, gold had its run, and then...
Yeah, gold and silver. I just never got into as much.
No,
it was purple, pink, and...
I mean, it's all happening.
There's a whole bunch.
Ruby, diamond, purple.
So who are your...
We need an opal one that's played exclusively on the east coast of Australia.
So who are your top 3?
Top 3 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
This is not a surprise pick. I imagine for some people they think it's too obvious, but this guy was the great one when the cards first came out. It was all about him. It still is all about him or her. And it's Charizard at number 3. Like, it just that card, the presence, it was special.
It has to be. You can't leave Charizard at your top 3. If you did, I'd leave the podcast.
No, I know. If you do, you're just like clickbait farming.
Yeah,
No.
Oh, I didn't really get Charizard. Sorry, everyone loved Charizard. Everyone
talking about.
Even to this day, people still want that card.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Ninetales. Loved Ninetales. Again, really great card.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Swirl, really elegant.
Very pretty.
Great Pokemon. So Ninetales gets a big shout out for me. And number 1, the friendly force in the skies. Power mixed with a good heart, and that is Dragonite.
Oh,
Dragonite, number 1. Love Dragonite. Goofy, but a dominating force. And just a presence that was both heartwarming and enforcing. So Dragonite gets top spot for me.
I've got Charizard at 3 as well.
Sure.
I just think you can't leave him
out.
No, he's the OG. No. Everyone loved him.
Yep.
Even as a kid, everyone.
They print. Trust me, I know they print cards now because my bank account says they do with Charlie's enjoyment of it. But he's still the top dog.
Number 2, I actually own. So my mum the other day, I was going to bring it in today, but I totally forgot. Maybe we'll bring it next week. But mum found my Pokemon cards in this slit, and this one is worth a lot of money because I googled it, and you got to have first edition on it. So this is one of the first.
It's got the first edition.
Has a first edition on it.
So
holographic.
Look, this is a pretty social video that'll earn you about 5,000 followers in a heartbeat.
Yep. I have a Zapdos first edition holographic card. It's in a pretty good condition too.
Nick too.
In good nick
First
too.
edition. Look
I
at
also
you.
have, not in my top 3, I also have a holographic Gengar in first
Ooh,
edition,
very
which apparently
popular.
is doing all right. But my favorite Pokemon, because
What was 2? Zapdos?
Zapdos.
Okay.
Zapdos 2.
Yep.
So I got Charizard, I got Zapdos. Number
Oh,
1.
You and Joe Burrow have something in common.
Common.
That's cute. Yeah.
And our stunningly handsome looks.
Yeah,
Look
sure.
at us
How's
today.
your
I look
toe?
great. Yeah. Mine's fine. My number 1 is I always love playing with this Pokemon, not because of who he is, but who he could become.
Yeah.
And you'd have to throw him out to obviously get the battle and get the XP.
Oh,
Then you'd
God.
bring him back
Oh,
before he
God.
got,
Oh, God. I think I know where this is going.
it's Magikarp.
Yeah.
Magikarp.
Splash.
Splash was ineffective.
Yep. Yeah.
Much like the Bengals.
Nothing happened.
Bengals 0, Ravens 24. Joe Burrow, you're the Magikarp.
So you just enjoyed that journey.
I just loved it because it didn't do anything.
Yeah.
It would
No.
not help you in a battle.
You just had to throw it
You had to
out.
put it so
pull
you
it.
get the experience.
Charlie is learning this right now. He's playing Pokemon Red for the first time.
What, a new version of it?
No,
Is
no.
it the OG?
Yeah, the OG.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. He's learning. He's not starting on some newfangled thing with 6,000
Colors
Pokemon.
and stuff. Yeah.
No color.
Colours.
Pixelation?
Yeah.
Not even black and white.
We really are our fathers.
Yeah.
Oh, it was black and white when I was a child.
Black and that weird green sepia that
Yeah.
came through. So yeah, he's learning the hard way, and he's like, he said, "Dad, how do I get this Magikarp going?" I'm like, "You throw him out there, you pull him back in,
Make sure he doesn't get hit too hard.
Yep,
Yeah.
because he will. Yeah,
He will.
it will
You need the
tumble
XP.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you get this. Just
That's cute. I love that.
that's my top 3.
There you go, Magikarp.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think both our top choices say a lot about each other,
I do.
and that's all. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Joe Burrow, enjoy your soon-to-be off-season of Pokemon, and hopefully health for
I mean, look,
2026.
before we move on really quickly,
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think he stays or goes?
It was weird because he was asked to follow up, and he said it's nothing about Cincinnati; it's about his own perspective and stuff. But no,
Which sounds the scary Andrew Luck.
everyone started. Yeah, Andrew, like we
You're
made
on-
the comparison
yeah.
earlier this season. Roll the tape. We nailed that tape.
Go back.
There
There it was.
But I guess my hope is that this is more Drew Brees with the Chargers than Andrew Luck, and that I think I don't think he's bound to be a one-stop quarterback for the entirety of his career.
Yeah.
And he'll have options, and I think there's a number of teams that should be looking at what they have to do to get him away from the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, there's he's got Jamar Chase there, and they go back to their college days, but
Well, go play the Vikings. They need a quarterback. Justin Jefferson.
got another one there.
LSU days.
No shortage of LSU wide receivers. I know
Yeah,
that
sorry, yeah.
upsets you, but
Yeah,
no
that makes
shortage of
me-
LSU wide receivers littered around
Yeah.
the NFL.
There's a lot of them.
So yes, but look, 24-0, getting shut out by a Ravens team that it doesn't deserve to be in the playoffs. I mean, it's about as low as it gets, and I credit Joe Burrow for we often ask for more insight or more realness on the mic and at press conferences from players, particularly in Australia, right? All the jokes, right? And no at the guys, like it's full credit to the boys. It's 110%, all that kind of stuff.
Take it one game at a time.
Exactly. And credit to Joe Burrow. He's being sincere. He's being real. He's being, quite frankly, vulnerable up there and letting us see a window into his perspective. And I credit him for it. But it's tough times for Bengals fans. And it could get a lot tougher if this offseason very well could pave the way for a divorce and a departure for someone who is a franchise quarterback. And when he's playing at his best, can challenge for an MVP for sure.
Let's go to the next one.
Yes.
Hot take. Look, it's not one of the hottest takes.
No.
And it's it's not that interesting. So we can probably spend. So we love Michael. He's always getting
we
involved,
love
but
Michael from Brisbane, and we enjoy the unique
I think
nuggets of wisdom that stick in NFL fans.
Michael's always doing little Simpsons references,
Yes,
which is
yes.
available on Disney Plus, and I think this is another one of those.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, gents. How good was the final drive by the Atlanta Falcons? I really enjoyed watching those Atlanta Falcons.
I really enjoyed his dramatic pauses. He really committed to it. You know what he made me do? Go back and watch the final drive of the Atlanta Falcons. I'll say this: look, Kirk Cousins' stats, all this stuff was going. Oh, Kirk Cousins against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may as well be Joe Montana mixed with Peyton Manning and Brett Favre and Tom Brady. But I tell you what, there was a little bit of luck for that Falcons team because they put the ball on the ground a lot in the final couple of drives. They fumbled that thing and it landed back in their lap when it seemed like it wouldn't. But Bucks season has turned around very swiftly from a feel-good Baker Mayfield story early on, the Michael Evans injury, the Emeka Ibuka rise, and he's gotten quiet again for a month or so. They're another team where it feels like it's just the insurmountable in and out changing of the lineup, and they bear responsibility for this as well. This is a game where you're up by multiple scores. You should not give this thing away against a Falcons team backed up by a quarterback that, for most of us were questioning whether he should be playing NFL football anymore. So good on the Falcons for a lost season, for dragging out a dramatic victory.
And giving us Kyle Pitts with 45.6 points in work.
Which will remain the most memorable facet of this game. Kyle Pitts.
And I started him in my team, which is pin the tail on the McConkey.
It's good. That's good.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'll give
Thank
it
you.
to you. Yeah. I don't begrudge you that.
Yeah. So shout out. And someone will pay him overs. He's free agent at the end of the season. Some team will watch that and just go, here's a bunch of money.
For Kirko?
Yeah.
Oy, New York Jets, just don't.
Yeah.
Just
That's
don't.
got Jets written all over it.
I'm like looking
hey,
out
Carl,
for our Jets fans.
Can you play quarterback? Look, one more. Save it the best for last.
Yes.
Now, you haven't listened to this whole thing.
No, I haven't. I'm going in cold, blind.
We do have a little group chat here at NFL Afters, and one of the favorite things is and again, send them through. You can send them through DMs. Anyway, find you at
ESPN Loz,
and I'm actually off the socials at the moment. So
just go to ESPN Loz or ESPN Australia, New Zealand.
Yep.
Yep.
But this is Maddie from Melbourne. Now, I did send in the group chat. The first bit is about the beers, obviously. Loves his beers.
Loves the Chicago
But there is a specific bit for Laurie at the end, which Laurie hasn't heard, so we will be hearing it live right now.
Yes, hello boys, it's me again. Just want to say off the bat that I love you both and you're doing a great job. This is usually the highlight of my week. That and watching the Bears win. They're still going. How good. Bit of a question here before I've got a personal one for you, Loz, but bit of a question here for the Bears. Being let down for so long, do you reckon they're setting up for some sustained success, or do you think it's just another standard Chicago Bears runaway train? Let me know. Otherwise, Loz, this one's for you. Special shout out. Down here in Melbourne, we experienced 4 seasons in one day. Just want to check, have you got any tips for getting my grass right this summer? Heard you're a bit of a lawn man. You're passionate about it. I need some help. Let me know, brother.
He's the lawn man.
The lawn man.
The lawn man.
Unbelievable. Oh, Matty. How much more joy could he bring into our lives? Oh, we love you too, my man. Sincerely. Let's start with the Bears, shall we?
Yeah, then we'll get to lawn.
Are they built for sustained success? I believe so, yes. Because at the heart of it is Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson is not an offensive coordinator about to be plucked away to another football team.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson is the head coach. So he's not going anywhere. I think you've seen improvement from the offensive line. I think you're seeing the chemistry rising with the offensive that they have, the offensive talent that they have there in Chicago, whether that is whether that's DeAndre Swift and Coleman on in the backfield.
Swift had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Colson Loveland increasingly productive as we get into this part of the season. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze struggling with injury at the moment, and you're having these other players set up. Luther Burden Jr. Absolutely deserves a mention here. So much is feeling more simpatico with that offense, and those pieces are built. Yeah, they're built to be sustained and extend this run because they're core pillars and they're foundational pieces that they're invested in for the long term. And there is no better way to maintain kind of relevance and consistent playoff presence year in, year out than having that a franchise quarterback tied to a very, very good offensive-minded head coach, whether that's the Shanahans of the world, the McVays of the world, et cetera, et cetera. There's a consistent pattern there, and Johnson looks like the latest one. So, Ben, when it comes to the Bears, I think you are built for continued success. The points for, points against, it's all been there this season. The questionable, the questionable schedule and all that, but performances like this, they do carry merit, and that's a good defense you're up against.
Yeah, and I think there's a bit of the stats, right?
Yep.
That it doesn't quite add up
Yep.
to where the wins are. But then I was thinking about that, and I was like, well, there's also the chance to better those stats. And at the end of that, you'd rather be winning those games than losing them.
Absolutely.
And if you can build a winning culture, then that's really important. And as you said, there's a lot of really great building blocks that are there, and they can continue that. And then the stat stuff, like I don't know, like I feel like that stuff I don't always love. Like you got to pass the eye test. And I have said that at times this hasn't passed the eye test, but they're still winning.
Yep.
But again, if you look at it, glass half full, glass half empty, it's the opportunity to get all those things right. And then you're going to be an even better football team.
And throw in, we talked about it, that, all the attention gets towards Ben Johnson and the shirts off post-game speeches in the locker room, and Caleb Williams mentioned his quotes earlier, and the ridiculous arm talent that he has, where it looks like he really can cut through Chicago wind with that arm strength. And yet, they've also defensively, we're seeing the likes of Jalen Johnson back out on the field making a defense in the secondary. So I do think you built for that. And as for the lawn,
yes.
listen,
Lawn
for those who don't know, happily developing the moniker, the idea of the lawn.
You put a great post up the other day. You talk the people through it
regarding just look, when it's not too long after you pop the fertilizer down on the lawn and you get a bit of rain overnight. It's a beautiful, beautiful in-sync feeling, particularly in this great part of the year, which is prime backyard cricket season.
Yeah. I know Pat Cummins back into the team.
It's all happening. But look, the great thing, Matty, is that I'm still learning, and you and me get to go on this journey together. We can DM each other pictures of the lawn products.
Maybe let's not do that.
Yeah, okay.
Let's not make it a regular.
Nah.
It eventually shifts, and Matty's just sending in lawn questions. What's your feelings? What's your feelings on Cooch?
Whoa. Bermuda. But I'd say the thing that I'm learning the most, Matty, is know the grass you're working with, know the ideal length you want to cut it to.
Yeah.
And know the right time of day to water, to fertilize. You don't want to burn the grass. Yeah, you don't want to
Burn
boil
the grass.
it. Yeah, these are things I didn't realize you could boil grass.
I didn't.
You can. I thought you could boil dumplings, steam them, eggs.
Fry them.
It's now the dumplings podcast. But yeah, Matty, those are some of the things that I'm learning early on, just to balance when and where to do the good things, because if you do the good things at the wrong time, they become
bad things.
There we go. Right.
Look, I will quickly just say as well in that look, Matty asked a long question. You got a long answer. So Matty, there you go. You're welcome. Let's maybe keep it like every second week with lawn stuff.
Let's just take this offline, Matty. You and me are gonna have a great time.
On that game, Browns 3, Bears 31.
Yeah.
Just a quick shout out, Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Got one more.
Yeah. So he's got one left with 3 games remaining.
But
you and I have said 2 games because we want him to get it in the. I'd rather him get it before. Like, so next week, who we did say earlier, it was either Bills.
So they're up against the Bills.
Yeah.
Not the easiest guy to sack.
No. But I think.
But you know who they got after that?
Who?
Known pocket escapist right now. Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Brown Steelers. I don't know if you've heard this before about AFC North football. Come in, everybody, closer. Come in. There's no love lost in the AFC North. So yes, I could see him breaking the record against an Aaron Rodgers that does not move overly friskily.
I don't want to. I mean, because I'm thinking years down and really quickly, right? Because Rodgers has had a great career. You talked about there was a
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Hall of Fame, right? And we've talked about there was a point where people thought he was going to be the GOAT. Yeah. Right. And again, if he breaks it against Aaron Rodgers, right, they're going to show that clip.
Yeah.
And then people may farther down the track be like, oh, well, Aaron Rodgers is great. But I think I would love for him to get against Josh Allen, because Josh Allen is this, and plenty of other
prime.
Yeah, and other football players have talked about, like, it's hard to get him.
The reigning defending.
He is stocky. He is jerky. Like, he is just a big fella. For Garrett to get that next week, like, I would just be like, that would be, as they get blown out 40-3.
The saddest, result, the saddest way this record gets broken is if it's broken in the final week this season. So you get the asterisks and the caveats, and it's also against Joe Burrow, which I don't
leave Joe alone.
Joe's had it. Like, even you've turned around. I know he went to LSU and everything. But even you've turned around on this.
I do like him. All right, we'll try and get it next week, Miles. If not the week after.
Oh, but that has been the
hot mic.
Hot mic. Another phenomenal week of submissions. Please send them on through. It is honestly the one of our favorite parts of doing this, and certainly the favorite part of the pre-production of this as we start to course through them. But all right, time for some quick hits. The other guys, and there were a few other guys this week. We're going to keep it moving.
Yeah.
All right, let's start
We're at 40 minutes.
Yep. Okay, Jets 20, Jaguars 48. The Jets defense was non-existent. Trevor Lawrence, a little bit of history. His stat line on the day, 330 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, went over 50 on the ground, and a rushing touchdowns. That's a 6-pack of total touchdowns. First player to ever drop the 300, 5 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown line in NFL history. No one's ever hit that mark. It's kind of a funky one, but it's nice for him to make history. Unfortunately, though, it comes with an asterisk because he was playing against the aforementioned Jets. Who are hapless.
Yeah.
But look, it's nice for Trevor. It's not an overreaction time. You want him hitting the playoffs in form, but he's one of these players, and there's different, and especially quarterbacks, that it's not going to get the appreciation deserve, or it's not going to get the appreciation and recognition until he does it in the playoffs.
Yep.
And it's been a while since that famed 27-zip turnaround against the Chargers. Now, Packers 26, Broncos 34. Rewatched it today. Just a beauty of a game. Just a beauty of a game. Bo Nix is going to get all the deserved credit at the top.
Yep.
And this was the Bo Nix you want to see. These consistent sideline pot shot, darts downfield. He sometimes, it does feel like he can be a bit of a one trajectory guy, but I saw lovely layering and feathering of play of passes to a number of different receivers, whether it was, his old mate from college days at Oregon, Troy Franklin getting love, Cortland Sutton, just the most forgotten true wide receiver one in the NFL. RJ Harvey getting his way into the end zone, although it wasn't a massively explosive down the ground for him. But that team, there was some interesting calls late in that game, a 4th down one that put this game back in the mix. A 4th down conversion they didn't make. But for most of this game, we saw 2 really young quarterbacks. Well, Bo's not that young. We saw 2 young quarterbacks. Jordan Love had some the back foot Dirk Nowitzki fadeaway that is becoming his trademark. That was on show. Josh Jacobs, who we got to give love to, one through the air, one on the ground. The one through the air, it's not often a running back mosses someone in the corner of the end zone, but that was Joshy Jacobs. His touchdown run was fantastic as well. There's plenty to like here. One thing not to like is the Micah Parsons ACL. Because as someone who stood at the start of the season said my Super Bowl pick is Bills over Packers, last week I was feeling great about this. At halftime of this game, I was feeling pretty solid about this. But Micah Parsons ACL confirmed. It's just a huge loss. He's in a tier with Myles Garrett, and I'd probably put Max Crosby as another guy in that tier, that position. Another season, 12.5 sacks, but this time cut short. Really awful to see. He is so disruptive, and he's a closer. And when you get into particularly the way that battle's set up on the NFC side of things, in the playoffs against the best teams, you get to these downs and distance, right? It's 3rd and 7. We need the ball back.
Yeah.
We need to stop here, Micah. We need the ball back. And he goes and he gets that ball back for you, whether it's a sack, whether it's crunching the quarterback when he's delivering the ball, whether it's drawing. And I know Packers fans and previous Packers fans, Cowboys fans will crow until the cows come home that, he's held on every single play, drawing a holding flag that makes it 3rd and 17 and stop the drive. Yeah. He was in position to do that. He was also doing something that he was criticized in Dallas for. He was ending the season with his best football. Yeah. He was often talked about, he faded away a little bit, or he was absent in the playoffs or absent in December. He was playing hellacious football, and to see it cut down is tough, and I think it's a huge, huge hit to the Packers' Super Bowl hopes.
Watson's chest injury?
Watson's chest injury doesn't seem to be serious? Of that serious nature. We'll see if he's good to go. I did say he went to
hospital, but I think he was cleared back with the team.
Yeah. So he avoided a major injury. So hopefully, and look, that's going to be something the Packers are going to have to look. They still have talent on defense. They have talent on the defensive line. But
I think people were saying they were great. But then when they got Parsons, people were like, okay, they're a Super Bowl team now. But because, again, that X factor and everything he can do.
Watson's come on really nicely. Jaden Reed is back healthy. Josh Jacobs doing what he's doing. Musgrave had a couple of decent moments in lieu of obviously Tucker Kraft being out. Golden out there on the paddock. Wicks had a huge drop that led to a big match-turning interception in this one. That's where the game's won and lost, but there's still upside there, but they're going to have to be a little bit of a different team down the stretch because Micah takes you from like a top 5 consideration defense to being...
I just don't think they're that anymore. Shout out to my birds. Go Birds!
Sure.
Raiders, zip, nothing, nada. Eagles, 31. But I just want to give a quick shout out to the Positivity Bunny.
He's back, was he?
No, he's gone. No, but I just didn't get a chance to mention him because I was off, and then the game was the next day, so we didn't get to cover him. It was the right team we needed right now. We needed to play the Raiders. We got the Raiders.
Right moment.
Yeah. Yep. I think we played exactly the way we needed to play. We pretty much sat all the starters. It was the game lasted 2 hours and 31 minutes, shortest game in Eagles history.
Unbelievable.
And it was the second fastest game of all time.
The Raiders are that. They're a walking get right game. You know, Jalen Hurts passed the ball 15 times.
Shout out to Kenny Pickett, a former guy.
Yeah. The fans out there that wanted to see Tanner McGee got to see him, just
same.
not in the way that they might have
Yeah,
hoped.
they were like, we're going to sit him, and then they looked at Tanner McGee and go, you know what, we're happy with Hurts.
Look, not the most. Saquon had a decent fantasy day and all that, but not his most efficient day on the ground. Here's the thing I'll just say, and I know who it's against, right?
Yeah.
It's against the Raiders. Yeah. My feeling with the Eagles, and I felt this way for a long time, is that offense, whoever's calling the plays, that offense always, the big sign that things were going well was Dallas got it, playing well, getting fed.
Yeah.
He's always generally playing well, but getting fed and being featured, it always seemed to, him being involved, seemed to flow out. Right, it took eyes off the wide receivers and it opened them up. It meant that there was some efficiency going on. There was some diversity in the offense. It generally meant good things for that unit as a whole. So seeing him as your leading receiver, getting him for 2 touchdowns, that was just it. I know it's against the Raiders, but if there's one thing I was looking for, this what felt like a stale Eagles team to get right, other than the schedule against Las Vegas,
that helps.
Got it is a nice sign.
And I don't think I think AJ was targeted more over the past 3 games at least, and he had some, had 100+ yards a couple of times, I think, a couple of touchdowns. But again, we were losing, and we were winning when he wasn't getting targeted. Not that we were avoiding him, but again, I just think, I don't know. It's just I'm still not stoked with confidence because, again, I don't know who's calling the plays, but I don't think it's great. But we are 9-5 at top of the NFC East. You've given us you have given us.
Oh yeah, of course.
So Cowboys are done, and we repeat.
The Cowboys have a 1% chance of making the playoffs. You have to lose out, and the Cowboys have to win out. The Eagles schedule the rest of the way features 2 games against the Washington Commanders. And 1 game against the Bills. I feel like you're probably going to pick up 1 game.
Speaking of the Commanders, 29, Giants 21.
Sure.
Shout out to Marcus Mariota. Get it done. They had an 8-game losing streak, I think. And then I know the Giants now have lost 8 in a row. And they're currently have odds-on favorite to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah. The Bill breakout game that came 3 months
dropped him
late.
And everything. Yeah,
me too. And it will be Marcus Mariota the rest of the way.
Yeah, they've announced.
They're shutting him down, which I think is the right
Jaden
move.
Daniels is done for the season.
Jaden
Daniels is smart. Giants have lost 8. And also, Raiders have lost 8. So they are number 1 and 2 for picks right now.
Yep. Mind you, if I was Jackson Dart, I wouldn't be feeling overly threatened by the incoming 2026 NFL draft class at quarterback.
No.
I think there's a chance for some awesome blue chip talent at other spots.
I love old mate. What's just won the Heisman? Mendoza. What's his name?
Yes.
Fernando Mendoza. Did I make that up? Isn't that right? Fernando Mendoza.
It is Fernando Mendoza.
Yes. It is. Yay! I got it.
Indiana's
he just when he does those speeches, flippity flip and flip. I think he'll be a great quarterback. Actually, I just think he looks like one of those guys who's going to be locked in forever. So maybe to the Vegas Raiders, because I don't see under Tom Brady's tutelage.
No.
His own. No?
Yeah, you don't see a future with Geno Smith there at the Raiders?
No.
Not banking on buying Geno Smith at this
Maybe
point.
Kenny Pickett.
All right. Cardinals 20, 40. Cardinals 20. The Texans double that.
Yeah.
My takeaway from this is apparently, the Texans, again, like this is one of those games where you do want to just, put it in a little bit of some context of the opponent, the Cardinals, and where they're at this point in the season. But the Texans found a run game. It wasn't Nick Chubb, and it wasn't Woody Marks. Jordan,
101 yards.
Look, over 6.5 yards a carry. If, again, this is one of those, we talked about the Eagles.
Right.
If this is something where they allow 1 sack and 1 sack only for CJ Stroud, who's able to stand up there, complete, 70-odd% of his passes, they're really clean. It seemed like a 250 plus 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, such a clean line.
Yeah.
But being able to be so productive with a Nico Collins, if we're getting to a point where we have a consistent run game, CJ's allowed to stand up. I'm not asking him to be Dan Marino, but he's allowed to stand up and play with some sort of schedule. There's a ground game to work with, and you're getting something out of the passing game that you can depend on with a wide receiver one like Nico Collins. Dalton Schultz had a nice game in this one. With what that defense can do,
scary.
I've been really hesitant on, even when it was Davis Mills, and I was like, when CJ gets back, is it going to be any better?
Yeah.
But I've been hesitant. I'll put my hand up to that. But this was if this is a recipe they can continue against better opposition, and if they feel like they found something consistent in a run game and an offensive line that that can provide stability and schedule, it's something. And they get, I don't think we're going to see them against better competition next week because they get those Raiders. But Chargers Colts to close will be an interesting barometer for the Texans, the final fortnight of the regular season.
Next up, a couple of your guys, two of your guys.
Yes, Tyler Shuck and Bryce. You cute Bryce, young. But I'm going to keep it sweet. What more can I say about Tyler Shuck? He lights up more darts than the dance floor at Havana in the summer of 2006. It's thoroughly enjoyable to watch, and he is a quarterback whose reels and collations of all 22 film and look at these, like just watch. Go. I know it's Saints football in 2025, and that's a hard sell off the top. But if you're sitting there in the middle of the week looking for something, just go have a look at Tyler Shuck because there is substance to this. There's a future to this, and it's it's a divisional win that has an impact on the division at the top. Not so much for the Saints, but that's one of the takeaways that I'm coming away from for this is just we've talked about him a bit.
Yeah, but stop winning. You're now 7th in the draft.
I know.
Stop winning. You're 7th in the draft. Like, you need help in multiple positions. It's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great. I love to see it. I love people to be competitive.
Yep.
But what are you doing? What are you doing?
Move on.
Titans 24, 49ers 37. Titans to improve to 10-4 in that NFC West, which is stacked. Titans fell to 2-12, so we'll just brush over them. But yeah, Rams 11-3, Seahawks 11-3. They play this Friday. Pumped for that game.
It's going to be an absolute beauty.
And then 49ers 10-4. Stacked NFC West.
Yep. Nothing.
I was going to give you Brandon Ayuk's. Did you see his Instagram post today?
No.
Can I read it really quickly?
Go on.
All right. Again, his handle is at the biggest brand, and the I in biggest is 1. He said, "Oh, you can read it with me. Actually, it's probably better to look at this." Do you want to read it? Honor E-Way V truck, even though it is a BP, I still play the rear view mirror. My wrist, a PP. Patek Philippe, same price. Richard Milley. Just thoughts on there. You want to break down what he's trying to say there?
I feel like there's some watch conversation in there.
Patek is a watch.
Yep.
Patek, is a watch. Richard Milley's a watch.
Yep. Yeah, that's about all I got for you.
Okay,
yeah. Good to know things are going well with Brandon Ayuk. One of the frustrating ones there with the 49ers, like big win over the Titans, but Ricky Pearsall, who led them in receiving yardage, re-aggravated the PCL. So we shall see about him going forward. But that Rams 41, Lions 34 was an absolute beauty. Puka Nacua is a terrifying individual on the football field.
I know, but I just think you think around 34 points is enough to win in the NFL, and it wasn't.
No,
it wasn't. Where was Detroit's defense?
Because the incoming MVP had something to say about it.
Yeah, Lions forced just 3 punts all game.
Yep.
Rams had 519 total yards.
Jameer Gibbs kept insanely quiet on the ground, and that is
a huge
part.
That
they gave up 34 points, but it shows that the Rams have an ability against certain teams that they'll face in the playoffs. We can take that one game away from you and make you one-dimensional, and we're not one-dimensional.
We just put a line maybe through the Packers. Maybe they're not Super Bowl bound. But Bears, Matty, 10-4, NFC North. Packers 9-4-1, and Lions now 8-6, sitting in third. Like, is there a playoffs without the Lions?
Definitely, there's definitely a chance.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, definitely a chance.
I agree with you, but at the start of the season, middle of this season,
you got 2 wide receivers that absolutely went crazy in this game. So you're looking at that, but they've got the Steelers up next. They've got the Lions. They've got the Vikings after that, and then they've got the Bears to close. They're going to have to win at least 2 of those.
Yeah,
and it's not an easy run home. I think they're a better team than the Steelers, but and I think they are a better team than the Vikings.
Maybe the Steelers is their get right game next week.
Maybe it is, and the Vikings, they're a better team than the Vikings. The Vikings are they're chaos defense.
Yeah,
and that's always the type of team that can turn things around. The Vikings beat the Lions already once this season. So
last one,
yes.
Colts 16, Seahawks 18.
Yep.
Oh man, River.
It was good to see him back out there, Big Phillip. Not huge on the air yards per attempt, shall we say, or the yards per attempt in general. A lot of dink and dunk, but I think they took one of the best teams in the NFL to the brink.
Yeah,
They took asked absolutely everything of the Seahawks to pull that victory out in the last second with a field goal. We see the recipe for what they're going to do, right? Good offensive line, feed Jonathan Taylor. I think he had 25 carries in this one. A lot of short passing. I imagine this is going to be a lot of Josh Downs and a lot of Tyler Warren going forward, a lot of running back dump offs. The touchdown was a short pass in the red zone. But there's a recipe there. Don't turn the ball over. Make wise decisions. You've got playmakers. Put the ball in their hands. Play some decent defense. Try and control the line of scrimmage. Try and control the clock. And let the old man out there make some half-decent calls.
I just quickly wanted I Googled some other people, famous people who are 44, because we're saying he's really old. But I think there's juice left in the tank. I'm going to give you some other people who are 44, Laurie.
Okay.
Beyonce.
Wow.
Yeah. Same age, Phillip Rivers. Let's go Chris Evans, Captain America.
Oof.
Available on Disney+.
Yes.
There was a trailer that leaked today. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if we can say that. It's on the socials, maybe. Justin Timberlake, star of Trolls. Your son's favourite movies.
He does love a bit of Trolls.
He's 44.
Yep.
There's plenty of people. Pitbull. No, he's 44 years old.
Now you lost
Jake
me.
Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
44.
Interesting.
Tom Hiddleston, Loki, also available Disney+. 44.
Yep.
So there's plenty of options.
You're saying there's juice left in the tank there.
There's juice left in the tank. These guys have got juice. Remy Malik.
Ooh.
Yeah. Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Now we're back.
I've got him. Got his Zlatan.
I'd like to see Zlatan playing football for many years to come, and I'm enjoying seeing many more weeks of Phil Rivers, who has been announced as the starter next week against, I believe, the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
And 49ers defense, not good.
Not good.
I might touch on that in just a moment. But look, the Field Gulls is one of their nicknames, and a lot of field goals for the Field Gulls in this one. Jason Myers, the kicker from the Seattle Seahawks, I think would have swung, much like Kyle Pitts, a few fantasy matchups.
He'll feature in Jimmy's Blitz a little later.
Will he now? All right, that has been Quick Hits. Time for We've Got History. The ledger is tightening. It is now Jimmy Smith, 5. Laurie Horesh, 4. Courtesy of Chris Olave. Me and the Saints, we're vibing each other right now.
I'm not mad. I put the thing on Drake May.
But
I'm still running the ball at the start, brother. Throw that thing. Slang that thing.
Chris Olave continuing his streak. I've got to try and continue my streak. The honor's mine, I believe.
Yeah.
So for me, the trend I'm looking forward to, we just talked about him, 44 years young, Phil Rivers, Old Man River, in Indianapolis. Does it have an impact on Jonathan Taylor's success? He's averaging over 110 rushing yards, 110.5 rushing yards at home this season per game. Hasn't dropped below 65 rushing yards at Lucas Oil Stadium, a.k.a. the house that Peyton built. 25 for 87 against a nasty Seahawks front. Next up, he does get those San Francisco 49ers who, let me just check the ledger. Oh, they had Tony Pollard clear 100 yards on just 14 carries, and Tajay Spears even chipped in, going for over 11 yards a carry on his few totes that he got on the day. JT is getting his in week 16. That thing is going to continue, and I get to put some hope and some love and some faith in the Phil Rivers Revival Band.
Well, you just to hand it off. We can get you in there doing that.
Yeah, I back myself. A little.
You could hand off a little.
Yeah. Little this way. Yeah. Or left-handed quarterback as well. Keep him guessing.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to go with Brocky Bowers.
Oh, there's a surprise.
Yeah. Now, look, he is up against the Texans. We spoke about him earlier. They've got a great defense.
Yep.
Whether it's Kenny Pickett, Geno Smith, or Laurie in a quarterback, I think he's going to see a lot of balls. He's only missed 4 receptions once in his 11 games this season.
Mm-hmm.
I think especially against the Texans.
Yeah, it's probably that game I tipped him to do. Yeah, that's when he probably missed it.
I'll go with Brocky Bowers next.
Yep, get the ball out quickly.
Yeah, get it straight to him
against that defense. Feed him and
feed the man. Let him give him some plays.
How are you feeling? I'm breathing down your neck here.
The 4. Nah, it's fine. We've got plenty of time.
Yeah, 3 weeks. You think you'll hold me off?
I got a positivity bunny at home. Look, let's lead into. We're nearly at an hour. We can do it quick. It's called Jimmy's Blitz.
Yes.
Let's blitz them.
Yes.
So let's go in. Question number 1. What was the number 1 song the last time the Chiefs missed the playoffs? So it's 2014. I'll give you the year. I'll even give you a little hint. So you got options.
Yeah.
You got A. You got Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Oh.
B.
Summer.
You got Thrift Shop by Macklemore and Ryan Lewis featuring Wands. What's Wands doing? We've all been wondering about it. C, you've got Uptown Funk by Mark Rosnan featuring Bruno Mars. A, B, or C? Now I'm going to give you another little hint. Those are the songs of the years in 2013, 2014, 2015. So you
Yeah.
just need to figure out which one was 2014.
Happy Feet. What was the other one?
No, Happy Feet's the Penguin movie. Happy.
Happy Feet.
Happy. Thrift Shop and
Thrift Shop.
Uptown Funk.
I feel like Thrift Shop might have been a little earlier than that.
What? It was. I'll give you a hint. There you go.
Yes.
It's between Happy and Uptown Funk.
Give me Uptown Funk.
It's Happy.
Damn it. Damn it. Oh, it's doing such good deducive work.
I know. All right. Question number 2. Who had more receiving yards in week 15?
Me.
Was it Jackson Smith and Jigba, who was leading the league with 1,541 yards? So many yards. Or was it our boy, Kyle Pitts, winning many a weird fantasy playoff? It was Kyle Pitts. Yeah. 166 yards.
It's a lot.
All right. You talked about him before. Jason Myers.
Yeah.
From Seattle.
Yes.
Who had more fantasy points this week?
Oh, God.
Was it Jason Myers?
Yeah.
By himself?
Yes.
Or was it Ladd, Kenneth Walker, Judkins, Joe Burrow, Jefferson, and Ashton Genty together?
I always take the one player in this, and I'm often wrong. So I'm going to take the one player in this and probably be wrong again.
You're right. It's Jason Myers. 24 points, and they had 23.5
Yeah,
together.
it wasn't much.
Yeah. Also, here's a fun fact for you. Jason Myers has more fantasy points this season, 177, than Nico Collins, Chase Brown, CeeDee Lamb,
oh boy,
Justin Jefferson. If he would
Jefferson, not a surprise.
Yeah, he would currently rank as quarterback 20, running back 15, wide receiver 7, and tight end 2 in fantasy football.
Unbelievable. I look forward to someone spending $8 in my draft on him next
year. All right. We mentioned him earlier. Pokemon.
Yes.
Let's rank these Pokemon.
Blind
rankings.
Oh boy.
All right.
Am I original 150 here?
Yeah, we're going 150.
Or 151,
and again,
sure.
just your top 3 again to remind everyone.
Top 3 is Charizard, Ninetales, and the big man Dragonite at the top.
Dragonite. All right. Blind rank these. Number 1, we got Charizard.
Oh, I mean, 2.
2.
I'm giving myself room, although that begs I need.
Okay, number 2. I hated this Pokemon as a kid.
Yeah,
I feel like you get him a lot early when you first pick your Pokemon and he comes up in the grass.
Yeah,
Spearow.
Oh, 5.
5. Yeah.
Awful. Yeah,
it always came up, didn't it? Right.
Not a fan of Spearow.
Spearow.
If I'm choosing, it's Pidgey over Spearow.
Number 3.
Yeah,
the big man himself.
Yeah,
head honcho.
Yeah,
king of the town. It's Pikachu.
Oh,
Pika.
Oh, cultural impact's really big.
Mm.
Oh, that's really tough.
You got 2 more as well, reminder. So his spots available are 1, 3, and 4.
What's tough is
what's coming. You've got to put him in 1 or 3.
This is going to be people aren't going to love this. I will put. Oh my god, this is tough. 3. What have I left myself?
Pikachu 3. You've got 1 and 4 left. All right. Next up.
Yeah.
Mr. Mime.
Oh, 4. Oh god, what have I left myself at 1? This is awful. Charlie's going to see this.
Okay, just quickly on Mr. Mime and Spearow.
Yeah.
You happy with them at 4 and 5?
Yeah.
I think Spearow's worse than Mr. Mime. Little bird.
Yeah.
So just remind
Mr. Mime's creepy.
I know, it's a weird thing. All right, so 5 we got Spearow, 4 we got Mr. Mime, 3 we got Pikachu, 2 we got Charizard, leaving number 1.
Oh god.
Would you like to read this name on my laptop? Who's the last person there, Laurie?
Dragonite.
It's Dragonite. Dragonite at 1.
That is right there is a Tyler Shuck dart. That is splitting bullseye.
Right.
I'm really happy with that.
You're happy with that?
Yeah, stoked.
I'll give you double points. 2 points.
That's phenomenal work. And the reason Pikachu was so tough, right? Never my favorite growing up. Obviously iconic.
Yeah.
The face of the franchise, right? Not the best in the games.
No,
not the best.
Fair.
But something I discovered when Charlie started watching the new Pokemon series that I never saw is the final scene. And I'm not going to spoil it, but the final scene of Ash in Pokemon, the last episode he ever appears in. Charlie's watching it, and I'm one of these dads says, oh, yeah, he's watching Pokemon. And there's a final scene, and the original music hits during the final battle. Yeah, and I paused, and right now, tingles. Like one of the all-time top 5 tingles on TV moment. What is happening? I sat down right next to him. I'm like,
what happens to
everybody?
Pikachu?
I'm not going to give it away, but it is a phenomenal scene.
Okay. Might Google
for
it.
someone that stopped watching Pokemon in the 90s or the early 2000s, but that got me, and it made me consider going up to number 1 because
But you're happy.
to it.
You
I'm
got
happy with that.
Dragonite
1, Charizard
Charizard.
2, Pikachu 3, Mr. Mime, who apparently eventually evolved into Mr. Rhyme, who eventually evolved into Buster Rhymes, and then 5.
Every time I come and get it. Spiro.
5, deservedly Spiro. If I could put it at 7, I would.
Yeah. Okay. Last one, the general knowledge question.
Yes.
Question 5. How many sides or faces
Mm.
does a dodecahedron have?
12.
12 is correct. Laurie Horesh, 5 from 5. Technically, you
Unbelievable.
missed one, but we gave you 2 points
Extra
for the
credit
Pokemon.
points.
Yeah, well
Yep.
done.
Wow. Okay.
That was Jimmy's Blitz.
Jimmy's Blitz, and I feel like I handled the Blitz well this week.
You did. You handled Blitz
This
well.
is the best I've been in a while.
Yeah.
Perhaps
maybe he's
ever.
back. Maybe ever. Because it used to be 10 questions. It wasn't very blitzy.
It wasn't. Jimmy's delayed Blitz.
Blitz.
Simulated pressure
Yeah.
into a delayed Blitz.
Jimmy's old school football.
Oh, boy. That has been NFL Afters for week number 16. A huge thank you to our friends at PointsBet, our friends at StatMate, our friends at McDonald's. It's been a phenomenal show. It's been a phenomenal week of football. We go ahead. We got 3.
Great game this Friday.
Oh, I just...
Seattle.
we're normally a Monday afternoon show. We're here today on a Tuesday afternoon, dropping on Tuesday afternoon evening. And to know that we are less than 72 hours away from one of the games of the season. And again, this is the type of game.
Pick
If you've
'em.
got
Who you going? Who you picking?
Seahawks versus
Rams.
Rams,
3, 2, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Seahawks.
Rams.
I don't know why.
Ooh.
I think that defense is going to
Ooh.
do something crazy.
Okay.
I
like
love the
this.
Rams. I love both these teams.
I love the Seahawks as well.
And the
I just-
Seahawks were not convincing, but something tells me I wouldn't be surprised if the eyes maybe had gone a little bit past Phil Rivers in week 15 towards this showdown 4 or 5 days later. This is one, like, if you're out there, it's Friday the 19th of December. This game is watching. Let me,
You
right.
know what? I tell you, no,
Yeah,
I'm going to go first.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
go first.
right?
All right.
I'm going to tell this, right? Everyone's knocked off for the year, right?
Yes.
All my friends, even who have jobs,
That.
have stopped working.
Correct.
And I've got a bunch of mates who want to go to the pub on Friday and have a drink because here in Sydney, it's very sunny. It's supposed to be a great day. But
Gorgeous
you know what?
weather.
If you're a fan of us at NFL Afters,
Yeah.
which means you're a fan of the NFL,
Yes.
bring people who aren't fans who don't usually watch it. Share the
Absolutely.
game we love because it's going to be a great game and that may get more people in to this beautiful game.
If any NFL game is going to hit hard and feel like State of Origin type
Yeah.
of collisions, but in an NFL environment with big names, big offensive talent out there,
Yeah.
ridiculous
And
defensive
prime time
skill.
for us. Some of
What
these
do you-
games are usually on a Sunday morning or Monday
This
morning.
is the biggest Friday knockoff of the entire calendar year. The 19th of December. It's the last day for public schools. We all know that we're all going on, for most of us, we're all going on holiday. This is the day. Head to the pub with your mates. Head to watch the game. Bring neutrals, bring casuals, bring people that are just,
Tell
just
them cricket
begging
on
for
one
more
screen,
sport.
mate. Put the NFL on the other.
and just enjoy the sound. You've got leather on willow over there, and you've got pads and helmets and first down markers and celebrations and weird different selly moves that I don't even understand anymore because I'm out there and
Yeah.
aging and up past 35. I don't know what they do anymore. I saw Amon-Ra
It
St.
scares
Brown.
me.
Amon-Ra did one where he's picking his nose and flicking it the other day.
What about what was the running one where they were racing each other in the end zone?
Yeah, Jameer Gibbs versus Jamison Williams.
Williams.
Yeah, except the commentator was like, no, can we actually see that for real? Like, I'm
Yeah,
actually keen
yeah.
to
I was
see-
like, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
Get back
let's do
and
it
do that
again. Ah,
But this
kick
is,
something over. I'm excited.
we're excited.
I'm like
it's
a
going to be a
horse.
phenomenal game of football. Get there and watch it. It's a great way to start week number 16. It's only 3 more of these weeks to go. And then all of a sudden, it's the race to the Lombardi in San Francisco. For myself, for my dear friend,
Jimmy.
still only going by one name. It's been
It's like
NFL
Cher.
Afters.
Share? Sure.
Share.
Share.
Yeah.
Like chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go out there and share NFL Afters with your friends. It's been phenomenal. We'll see you again, same time, same channel, same place next week. Enjoy football.
Go Birds, Dalsung.
They do this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.